Sorry about the title. It's a little bit clickbaity. Don't worry. Danny's okay. He's just covered in a little bit of snow. But he's down. He looks like he's drowning out there, man. That shit's getting deep. Why is that kid so loud? No wonder I can't fucking hear anything. Okay, so Danny's okay. He's good. Safe and sound, little Danny. Oh yeah, this tractor has those puncture-proof tires. I think they're neat. It's not a tractor, but you know what I mean. Front end loader.
This is why you need an expert behind the wheel.
So there's a couple of these things that are pretty crazy. I don't know if we're allowed to watch them on YouTube, but I am. Oh, I'm cold, dude.
Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
Yo, Botrix, what's up?
Cabin temperature was clearly set to destruction. This train stop comes with fireworks.
What the hell?
You can't trust anything in Russia.
What the hell? Oh.
Stress test?
Wow.
Stress manifestation.
This is so stupid.
This is what AI thinks generous portions means.
That was idiotic. Oh yeah. That's fucking scary shit.
This was a legit boss battle with machinery.
The whole building almost came down on that thing.
That's the furthest from what I expected. Thankfully, the driver's okay.
I wouldn't have expected much more from the people driving it. God damn. Holy fuck. My God.
That was an industrial mic drop.
Fuck.
Thankfully, no one got hurt.
Dave's done that. Wow, man. Nobody's coming into work for like a week. Archimedes.
Physics wanted a word. Thankfully, no one got hurt.
Ah.
Steel mills really keep everyone on their toes.
What do they do with all that that's everywhere? Let it cool off and pick it up?
How to go from bad to worse in 1 second. A tutorial.
You can't put that rock in that thing. It's not gonna... Look at it. Does that even make sense to these guys? You guys are idiots.
Don't worry, he bumped his head, but ended up being totally okay.
He was either going off that way or the other way. Oh.
They had 3 business days to respond.
Oh, it's a part of a tree. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Everyone's safe, but the budget, not so much.
Whew. Well, it's not going to cost anything to pick it up.
Forklifts go through way too much.
That's standard day for a forklift that I've seen.
Off yet. If you love our videos, subscribe.
Don't do
now
it.
and hit that bell.
No.
And wait, there's
No.
more.
Don't subscribe to them. Fuck these guys. Why on earth? Oh well, whatever. Here, let's see what else these guys got. It's not good. Alright.
Welcome, everyone.
Ha ha
humbling experience.
Alright, bye, buddy. Have a great day at school.
Bye, Dad.
Ha! Ha ha!
And this is when John realizes that there's no school today, so now it's time to go.
Character development.
No! Ha ha!
Dad.
April Fools!
Ha ha! Ha!
He's friendly is not gonna hold up in court.
Here we go. Ready?
What happened?
Well, not if you catch it. You gotta catch it.
Oh, it's just ice cubes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You ready? It's gonna make a bunch of noise.
Oh my god, kid.
You ready?
That kid's gonna get pummeled with ice. Pummeled!
Ready?
Ha ha!
In broad daylight, too. He almost got away with it. Almost.
Ah!
Sleeping Beauty? Nah, Floating Beauty.
In the airplane? That was awesome.
A+ prank, D- for her heart rate.
So I decided to play some tricks on the dogs again. Put saran wrap over their bowls. See what they think.
Man, ha ha ha! Idiots.
Honestly, they handled it better than I would.
Why, you wouldn't know how to open the fucking saran wrap, retard? Smart dog. Good boy.
How does it go? It's not even fair yet. How did he go?
I love pit bulls. Oh, fuck. I got...
This is why I don't trust anything in Chicago.
Holy shit.
She said till death do us part and meant it. That was
Holy
some
crap.
quick nopes.
You guys are evil. Cats really don't like those masks and shit. Hey, what's up?
The you make sure your ticket is confirmed.
Look at poor Danny out there. I gotta shovel him out or something. How you doing?
TikTok is putting fathers through so much.
God damn!
Speed lives up to his name.
Jesus.
Good things read from our fireside chat tonight. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm alright. It's cold over here. I'm not going anywhere today. It's fucking lame. Fireside chat, hey? That sounds interesting. Sounds cozy too. Oh, you can't feed somebody a fucking sponge? People are dicks.
My man's fighting for his life in
Man.
that house.
No, you're taking the piss. You want to
He just wanted a damn brownie.
The average sibling experience.
Yeah, fireside chat's fun. Just me and my friend talking shit with the fireplace background.
The side eye.
Nice.
I do every Sunday.
Fucking A.
Nothing shocked, except his soul.
Watch out, baby. There's a mouse. Daddy's got to get in here. I just didn't want him to like come out. Mouse? Yeah, there's a mouse under there. Watch out, baby. Hope you don't run out.
Oh, they got a cat right there. Let the cat have him.
Oh my god. On the table? There's a broom right there. No, I just want to see.
Why, you're gonna smoke him with the broom? That's not gonna kill a mouse. Computer mouse?
I fell for it.
Because, now how was work? How was your day?
That fork quite nearly turned into a weapon.
No,
This doctor has no idea what's
I don't know what's
coming.
with all those Waffle House pranks with people taking their food. Oh my god. It's like a dead kid in the garbage. Oh my god, this poor fat kid. Give him his ice cream! Get-
That's an Uno reverse in real life. Come on, that's cold.
Why are they all wearing the same shirt? Holy shit.
Getting the baby involved is a nice touch.
Oh, stop. Whoa, stop.
That laugh was almost as funny as the prank itself.
Jesus Christ. Az, what's up? Yeah, I hate those ice cream dudes too.
Conspiracy theory friendly.
We love an unbothered queen. Drive-thru employees don't get paid enough for this.
Huh? What? So what? What you doing? What you doing? Why right there? Why am I getting in my cup? That's not my cup, is it? Okay, I'm gonna fuck. And can I get some barbecue sauce? What?
The pool picked sides, and it wasn't theirs. He'll never see it coming.
Ah!
That horn unlocked fight or flight.
Literally up on the head. Why do we need this much water for 3? Shh. No, don't go fast. Don't go fast. Jack, stop, 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 stop.
The anticipation made this worse.
Man.
How to keep your boss on his toes.
This model possessed. No, it's taking my grandson.
She came in prepared.
Holy shit. Oh, don't mess with the Santa. I think it's Fanta. I don't know, it's right beside cases of Heineken.
Criminal.
What the hell?
That doll had one job, and it did it too well.
Huh? That's right.
Yeah, so I can't see anything, right? So I'm sorry, I didn't see you coming. I think that's why they're pulling me over. I can't see anything. Where are you going? Delivering? Yes, but too fast.
Hey, ass.
Too furious. Corral, where are you going? DoorDash coming us up. Oh, okay. Just whipping that thing everywhere today? Alright, big player, big fan. Alright. Well, why'd you pull me over?
They left before he even processed the insult.
I haven't been,
People really like this robotic Tesla driver, eh?
How you doing?
spots were advertised.
That's from Inca.
Oh my god, that is so nice.
Oh, that's so cute.
What did you say? That is cute. I like that.
You have
I have one just like it. I can totally.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look, there's one of those too.
No way.
I love this.
I have this and I have the Kia, the exact same.
That's so cute.
I put you over in there too. I got one of them.
Do you?
Yeah, we got one of them.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's nice and warm.
This one is actually from us too.
Oh, okay. Dude, I like it.
Do you?
I think you have one that's like that.
Grandma's memory got gaslit.
Ben, what? Hey, Ben, what did you get?
Everyone does this.
Ben, what did you get?
I got this. Mom.
That's ours too. Oh, let me look at it. Yeah, look at it.
You do not.
Mom,
Haha.
that's what I guess. It's impossible. Mom, are you trying to take our gifts away? I'm trying to take them out. But Mom, I love this.
Mom, I had to go to the bathroom, remember?
I'm one day down as a zero harbor.
What are you doing, this poor lady?
It's a guy with
I've avoided tape like this before.
And that's why we wear hard hats. Cashiers have a very short fuse.
Day 9. Oh my god, man.
That's.
Wifey!
I'm gonna be able to hear you. What?
That ain't Shailene.
No.
Goddamn ass.
No way. No, I didn't. Wait, what? Okay, let me try. Hold on.
Oh my god.
For real.
He's so stupid.
Alright, let me know you hear me.
I slept with your sister!
Diabolical.
No, I didn't hear a thing.
At ease.
That's gotta be a setup for something way bigger later.
So guys, like we say, we have a huge announcement. You wanna tell them? Yeah. What was that? What was that? I swear something just went over my nose.
Ah!
Bro, what? Oh my god, bro. What is that? You? What is that? What's what?
There was no thinking, just survival.
Ah!
I can tell it's bad. My teeth are dissolved overnight.
Oh my goodness.
When you lie on your resume and still get the job.
Yeah, that'd be not good. Fuck.
That's one way to finish a shift. Hard spray a pickup, that's just evil. Dentists take Halloween
So apparently-
seriously.
Apparently, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church still uses the Book of Enoch. They're like the only church that uses the Book of Enoch, but they do. And they're the guys that claim to have the Ark too. So I'm gonna have to read the Book of Enoch again today. I wrote it off the last time I read it, but now that, well, if the Ethiopians are reading it, it's worth looking into. Those guys stay pretty true to tradition. Yeah, yeah. They're, man, cool people over there, I'll tell you. Yeah, I read it too, but I haven't, like, not at least recently. It's been probably 10 years, so I could probably use a brush up on it. And unlike the rest of the Bible, I've only really read the Book of Enoch. Not even, I don't think I even read it all the way through. Hold on. No, it's not. That's funny. It was written in Hebrew and then translated. Well, their language looks like, not exactly like Hebrew, but like it was derived from the same sort of pool of knowledge. Yeah, it could be, very well be. What they were telling me earlier was that it was in the Hebrew, but fuck if I know. Aramaic or that other thing, Sanskrit.
There is no vacuum strong enough for that.
There's actually a big portion of Ethiopia speaks English.
Oldest trick in the book.
Probably.
I wish I used my Abercross.
I was just hearing yesterday, so there's a guy that was like, I don't know where he's getting his numbers from, but he's like, how'd they get 100 million black people to America, 200 people at a time? Basically is what he's asking. And that's a lot of, like, it's a lot of boats. If that's really the official story about how all the slaves and shit got to America, and that's the real numbers, I don't think that's how they got there. I think this guy might have something going when he says that there's never been a time when there wasn't black people on the shores of America. Yeah, that's what I thought too, man. Like 200 people on a boat, that doesn't sound right. Like 2,000 probably. 2,000 per trip. That's a lot of people. But it probably was a lot of boats. It was a whole industry, right? Dutch Masters, that'd be fucked up. It's like the weed dudes.
It's the best fucked up.
Right?
You know it's bad when you have to pray before jumping in.
What?
Pretty sure 200 people are casualties on tripping up and slow.
Yeah, right? Well, okay, so I'm not even sure that anyone has ever said that all the black people in America were brought over from Africa.
I mean,
Because there's South Americans that are black, right? I'm sure there is. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, there's been people of all colors all over the place for a long time. But I wonder, like, was there a tribe of black Indians? Yeah. Wasn't it? It's so weird to think that these guys are out there, like, breeding slaves to be, like, the best creatures that they can be, whatever, right? And that they never thought to, like, crossbreed white people into it? What is that about?
have you seen the white kids in the 90s after the war? But yes, there were dark natives and there were light natives.
That's what I thought, yeah. I remember seeing some, like, very dark, even, like, Inuit people. It's, I don't know. Exactly. Damn right. I don't know. Fundamentally, I don't believe in races, but I do see a social tendency to kind of separate people. It seems more economic to me than it does racial, though.
No one snitching here.
Except, I don't know, like in India, it's very racial. Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. Liberia is fucking crazy. There was like 10 minutes where I wanted to go there and then I learned more about it. I was like, holy fuck, never mind. Yeah. Fuck. All the freed slaves, right? Fuck, man. Honestly, okay. If I'm being real, right? To me, like I'm okay. So the forced labor part sucks balls. Let's get that right off the top. And nobody should be forced to work. Like forced with whips and punches and shit. Fuck out of here. That shit's crazy. But if I was gonna be, I had to work for somebody else or whatever, I would not mind living on a fucking plantation where everything's taken care of for me. And I just go to work and do it. Like, why would I want to think about all that other shit? You don't got a wife or anything, no kids to worry about. Fuck. I used to work in hotels so that I didn't have to worry about rent and food and everything. But once you got kids or a family or whatever, that's not really... It's not very viable.
Ano flavor ba yan?
Me and my girlfriend was fine, but what the fuck?
Yeah, it can be good. The problem is now autonomy so you're subject to one another.
We just witnessed
Yeah,
childhood
yeah.
trauma.
That and man, that is exactly where the problems came up. I eventually I just fucking snapped and I left. Right? My boss tried to lock me in an office and lecture me. She like came and took a chair and fucking shoved it under the door handle and shit. I was like, fuck out of here. As soon as she sat down, I kicked the chair out and fucking walked out the door. You're not fucking locking me anywhere, bitch. I should have just let her kidnap me and then called the cops. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Question all of reality for a second.
Solve my own problems, fuck.
Rimani piegate. Ecco la nostra mano, andiamo a tagliare il guanto per vedere come è venuto.
What the fuck? Why are they doing this? Ah! Huh! They made a real meat fucking hand. Jesus Christ. I wish I spoke Italian.
You know it's a good prank when you get yelled at for ages after.
It's that time of year again, hey? Holy shit. Wild.
This guy has too much free time.
No doubt. What the hell? What the hell? What are they doing?
Not the whole pack.
Also, the yellow line to Discord like Fortnite.
Oh, I'll do it. I got you.
I need to add income to my daily goals.
Right? Okay, you're a mod, Tony.
She better be in charge of cleanup.
Yeah, no problem.
Ooh, that's great.
Salt and coffee. Not for the weak.
Oh my god. Oh, they must use too much. Oh, midget! A whole midget gang! What the fuck's going on? Why is that other one so tiny? Look at him!
Nothing about this was expected.
That guy was like 1.5 feet tall.
The whole family got together for this one.
Fucking assholes.
Still hungry than Melissa. I need to go to the wrestling.
That's funny.
This is have rules in society.
Oh no.
Infidelity. The ending. Where we at, Kenneth?
What the fuck?
What happened?
Bold of him to film and post this.
Quítame esto. Dame esto, mierda, tío.
Rage baiting. One customer at a time.
They love that football, eh?
No puedo ni tocarla. Hola, tío.
Got this for you, man. What's that? Showing me how to do TikTok.
This one never gets old. Don't click off yet. If you love our videos, subscribe
No, I
now
don't.
and hit that bell. And wait, there's more videos,
videos
for you
suck,
right here on the screen.
buddy.
Just click on the one that grabbed your interest and enjoy.
The one with the tits, obviously, you fucking
See you
clowns.
there.
Aw? Fuck off. I don't even know. Mel's not, church ain't on yet, eh?
This is Elon Musk's $300 million jet collection, and it's got features you couldn't even.
He's got a collection?
But I'm also going to show you how he spends $260
What a fucking dick.
million on his kids, his $80 million neighborhood, his collection, and so much more.
Dude, did you hear that? Show you how he spends $216 million on his kids? Like, fuck, who cares how much he spends on his kids? Shut the fuck up. Holy fuck.
Kids,
It's a nice
his
Bugatti.
$80 million neighborhood, his car collection, and so much more.
He has a flying car.
With his shoes, which are so rare, he must face 6 months in prison for them. Because in 2019,
What?
he revealed the Tesla Model Y at the
What?
Tesla Design Center in California. But he can't be releasing the best car in history looking like this. He had to wear something so controversial, it's literally illegal in California. Custom one-of-one Air Jordan Tesla shoes. It's made of materials like
Oh.
hair, red metallic leather, and python leather.
How
But in
ridiculous.
California, wearing anything from a python is illegal. It'll land you up to 6 months in jail. But Elon's not trying to risk another lawsuit, so he hasn't been seen wearing them since.
Oh my god.
Shoes only costed $1,500 though, which is nothing compared to what he plans to wear on Mars. Because in space, time works a little differently, and he had to make sure his wrist game.
Dude.
So he called up Tag Heuer to make him something special, and that's exactly what they gave him.
This is
the
why I
limited
like
edition
it.
Carrera 1887 SpaceX, and it was released on the 50th anniversary of the first ever Swiss watch worn in space. But you can buy that.
Oh,
watch
dude, it's
yourself for
nice.
10K. So while Elon's on Earth, he knew he had to step it up. So not only
That's classy looking. It's not like
50 grand, he also
fuck,
bought
50K.
Richard Mille for
Yeah.
$200,000.
Oh,
Now,
that's too flashy.
But his car collection is out of this world.
Yeah.
Literally, he put his personal $100,000 Tesla Roadster on a rocket that he made and sent it
Outer
into
space, bitch.
Who does that? He even live streamed the whole event, and you can track where
He didn't really live stream the whole event, unfortunately.
That one back. Just bought another one. But Elon
You can't see a real
Tesla
photo from that
since
car.
he made the first mass-produced electric car. It's only right he owns the first mass-produced gas car too. The 1920 Ford Model T.
Does he really?
Barely works and it cost him $25K. But did you know his dream car was
Oh, that's cool that he would do that, though.
was 17. He saw the Jaguar E-Type
Like, bought the original fucking gas-powered car.
in a magazine and instantly fell in love with it.
Yeah, I'd rather have a Rolex, too. Rolex is fucking cool as shit.
$2,000 to his name and $100,000 in debt. But once he made just enough, he copped it immediately.
Green dial.
Believe it or not, that car barely works too.
And then the first cardboard, the 1967 Series 1 E-Type Jag. That breaking down on me caused me all sorts of trouble. In fact, it broke down on the way back from the dealer.
Now, 100K is a lot for a car that breaks down, but one of his most expensive cars almost cost him his life. Because after Elon made his first bag off PayPal,
Is that
he
him?
leveled up
Holy
to
fuck.
$1 million
He was a goblin.
until one day,
He was a whole goblin, you guys. What the fuck?
And then a lane change and started spinning. I remember seeing the cars coming towards me while I was going backwards. And then we hit an embankment, which
Did he do steroids or what the fuck happened?
blew the suspension out, all the glass, the wheels, and everything was shredded, and there was massive body damage to the front and rear.
Elon needed a new car, except he wanted something that was even crazier. So he decided he had to buy a car that could literally turn into a submarine.
Oh, he got the James Bond car.
Yeah, this car from James Bond actually works. And after a couple found it in an abandoned storage unit, Elon swapped it up for $1 million, bringing his total
Yeah.
car collection to be worth over $2.8 million. But where the hell is he going to store all these cars then? Well, maybe in the entire neighborhood he bought, full of mansions in Bel Air. At first,
Yeah, he does do a lot of drugs.
like any average person, except that it was worth $17 million. This mansion's got
He does a lot of fucking psychedelics.
a tennis court. I mean, this place even has its own.
He had a
Wait,
lab.
Elon subscribed, and this is only our first
Anyways,
one. So why aren't
he
you-
may or may not have been paying a chemist directly to make LSD for him.
6 more of them. Those really got 7 houses with gyms. It still looks like
Yeah.
Griffin. And all those mansions are pretty much the same, except for one. Because Elon straight up bought Willy Wonka's house.
Shut up.
It looks normal on the outside, but it's got some weird stuff on the inside.
Don't you have Gene Wilder's house?
That's a real quirky house, yeah.
Oh, he bought Gene Wilder's house.
There's like doors to nowhere and corridors and tunnels and odd paintings on the wall.
Elon wasn't trying to live in that creepy ass house, so obviously he turned it into a school for his kids.
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm not gonna question one of the richest men in the world, because he's the one who can afford an $80 million neighborhood. All that Tesla money must be nice. To the point to get a diamond Tesla ring to celebrate. And Elon usually isn't one to flex diamonds, but since it was gifted by Ben Ball,
Yeah.
let it slide. He has bought one piece of jewelry though, except it wasn't for himself. Straight from his father's emerald mine, he gifted this green emerald on a 14-karat gold necklace to his college girlfriend. And after they broke up, he probably wasn't hurt like I'd be after spending $50K on it. But his second wife got millions. Because once Elon found out how much girls care about rings, he splashed on 3 different engagement rings for his new girl. The first ring he bought was 100 bands.
When he smokes dope on Joe Rogan, he smokes fat fucking joints.
Roasted him for being cheap. So to make up for it, he bought her a ring worth $300,000. And to her surprise, that was only the ring for everyday use. He also bought her a ring for special occasions, which had 10 sapphires and a diamond so big it cost him $1 million, bringing the total he spent on jewelry to $1.5 million. Clearly, Elon didn't give a fuck about spending that bag either, because he divorced her 2 years later and slid her $16 million for the trouble. But OMG spending way
Fuck,
more
man.
on his kids. The average parent spends about $300.
Fucking whores, man.
Elon's kids definitely aren't average. They go to private
$16 million. The bitch won the lottery.
vacations.
Like,
Racks up to about $1 million per year.
you know what's funny though? You don't have to inhale.
One kid.
My doctor gave me shit for that.
Kids. Making
Like, you get high whether you even inhale that second breath of air or not.
Well, that's expensive, but he probably doesn't care when he's buying multiple jets.
Because when you draw it into your, you don't just draw it into your mouth, it goes right into your lungs.
His first jet cost him $26 million, and it's got your typical recliner seats, dining room, and bedroom. But he bought this
The extra pull just draws it further into your lungs.
to load up from M's to B's.
I guess.
He couldn't be seen flying around the same tiny jet as Taylor Swift. Nah, he saw billionaire Mark Cuban own a Gulfstream
G6?
550 and had to one up it. So he caught 2 of them for $62 million.
Shut
each.
up.
But it wasn't long until a newer model came out, the G650, and the difference between them is insane. On the G650, there's one extra seat. That's the only difference. Just like I used to do my iPhone, it's a savings for everyone. Billionaires do that, but with private jets. Except instead of paying $1,000, billionaires dropped $75 million. And recently, Elon dropped a.
What do you think he's got to pay for maintenance on that every year? $75 million plane? Holy fuck.
Cigars work so it makes sense.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Having a personal fleet of planes like that, it's got to be. Then this is the guy that says he doesn't own houses because of the maintenance costs, but he owns fucking $325 million worth of jets. Yeah, every year, right? Like wild.
The G700. Can you guess what the difference between those are? I'll give you a hint. You know they keep making the iPhones a little bigger each year? Yep, they pretty much just made the plane a little bit bigger. When you're worth over 200 billion though, spending 300 mil on jets ain't a big deal. Elon's biggest purchase might be the biggest flex ever. Because for normal people, when they don't like how an app works, they just uninstall it.
We basically bought Mars, dude.
You just straight up buy it. Because when Twitter was censoring tons of people,
Yeah.
Elon decided to take a little break from getting us to Mars to make sure we still got free speech.
It's so
And even though
retarded.
Twitter was losing billions of dollars, he bought it anyway. I mean, imagine having.
How'd he buy? He didn't even pay anything.
I don't care if you lose billions, because he paid way more than he needed to, literally for the memes. One of Elon's favorite memes is 420, so he decided to buy all the shares of the company at 54.20. Dude must have been high when he greeted that deal. It's been estimated that he overpaid by $19 billion, bringing the total to purchase this failing bird app to $44 billion.
He did
But
buy
it looks like
Mars
Elon's trying to turn that
Yeah,
around,
they-
because recently,
dude.
Elon
They gave him the money to buy it. Yeah, okay, that's true. He will though. We'll see. I don't know.
Elon rebranded Twitter to X, and he said he's going to turn it into a super app. And if it's anything like China's WeChat, X could be worth upwards of $80 billion.
Why did he do that?
That's almost as rich as Elon, that also owns expensive things.
Yeah, Jeff
And
Bezos,
Jeff
fuck you.
Bezos owns some of the craziest things I've ever seen.
This guy's too rich. This guy, when they take money away from people, Jeff Bezos has got to be number 2 on the list.
And first up, Jeff bought a dog that can literally
Fuck outta here.
laundry. This robot dog named Spot
What a prick.
can do a lot more than just
Fuck, I hate him.
like when Jeff needs a
Why would you buy a robot dog, you son of a bitch?
and let Spot take a piss. But in case that grosses you out, Spot can just go to the store and grab some snacks instead. And after Jeff's done
Fuck
eating,
you.
it'll clean up after him. Hell, it can even be his bodyguard if he upgrades to the gun attachment. And if you're worried about it going rogue like the Terminator, don't worry, it has a kill switch. And even though this dog cost Bezos $75K, it still ain't perfect. So Bezos is trying to keep himself protected. He can't just rely on his dog.
Why would you sell that guy a robot fucking gun dog?
Which is why his
Well, okay, I'll tell you what.
security in the world. 'Cause when a journalist was
If I wasn't... Okay, I don't want there to be robot dogs. So if I was a billionaire and I didn't want there to be robot dogs, I wouldn't fund robot dogs. Which is what he did, because how much do you think it cost him for the world's only robo-dog? Like $1 billion? Holy shit.
killed in Saudi Arabia,
I would never pay that much.
blamed the assassination on a Saudi prince, and their government didn't take that lightly, allegedly threatening Bezos.
Once they're down to like $10,000, I'll buy a robot
About
dog.
a secret affair. So not only did Bezos install military-grade bulletproof glass into his office, he hired 9 bodyguards to follow him around everywhere, and that ain't cheap. Coming out to
Yeah,
1.6
yeah.
million
What the fuck?
just to keep Amazon's golden boy safe. But that's
That guy's a James Bond villain.
millions he spent recovering a lost relic.
Him and Elon Musk both, dude.
No, it's not another submarine. It's actually something that fell out of the sky. Because if you didn't know, Bezos is a huge space fan. But he
The thing is, Elon Musk wants to be a James Bond villain.
So he was willing to pay anything to get his hands on
This guy looks like he's like a
and it turns out
creepy scientist ass bitch.
Pacific Ocean, there are pieces of the rock that
He's got a fucking guy in a lab sewing monkey dicks on cows or something. I don't know what you would do with that. He's crazy, I told you. 100K, Jesus Christ. For the dogs? That's actually pretty affordable.
in space. So Bezos hired a crew to dig out the remains, and it cost millions.
Won't be long before they're 10K.
One of these engines costs around $15 million. But we'll never know how much Jeff spent on this little expedition because he wanted to keep it a secret. And he's not even keeping the engine for himself. He actually donated it to a museum.
But he's got the money though.
Maybe Bezos
He'll just pay for it all. See, this guy's evil too.
Okay, never mind. But when you're worth $165 billion, you gotta buy
Who's the other guy? Peter Thiel? Do you know who that is? Fuck, that guy's crazy too.
And you already know he's got your standard rich guy cars, like a stretch limo,
Hey,
Escalade,
hey,
big
hey,
Range
hey,
Rover.
hey.
But when he earned his first $10 billion back in the year 2000, never believed
I want the other robot.
it.
The one that instead of going to jail, they give you a robot.
Dude was literally
And it just follows you around and makes sure you don't break the law.
10,000 on a Honda. But that broke boy mentality didn't last long, because he leveled up and bought a $3
And helps you.
million Ferrari Pininfarina Sergio. There are only 6 of these made in the world, but it's still the cheapest.
That I keep hearing that.
Because he also bought a 1 of 7 W Motors Like It Hypersport.
Shit.
The only car in the world that has doors like this.
Shit. Is that ever cool, dude?
It's this next car because it's a classic flex. And if you asked him what color's your guy, Bezos would say Oreo because he bought a black and
God damn. Is that ever cool? Wow.
Reaching 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. So it makes sense why he copped it for 3.5 million. But he spent even more than
That two-tone looks fucking sick. What?
Jeff's Koenigsegg CCX
What a retard.
is covered in 1 million small white diamonds held together with a carbon fiber weave. And being one of 3, it set Bezos back 4.8 mil.
What a-
But his last and most expensive car is a Lamborghini Veneno Roadster.
What?
This special
Whoa.
edition Lambo was made for the
Holy
50th anniversary
shit.
of the company. So it cost them $10 million.
Holy shit.
Collection around 20 mil. Obviously, a billionaire's gonna have a bunch of supercars.
What a dick.
Bezos ain't your average
Fuck, I hate him.
because I bet you didn't know. Ben spent $42 million.
What
on
the
a
fuck?
clock. This thing is 500 feet
Dude,
tall.
what the fuck? I know, right? That Lambo is crazy.
That Lambo's nuts.
Fuck. He doesn't deserve that car. It looks like it's from the fucking future. Why the fuck's he flying around in a spaceship?
Imagine a clock literally
Fucking
bigger
little
than the
weirdo.
Pyramid of Giza, built into a Texas mountainside. And since Bezos is focused on the future, instead of showing seconds and minutes, this clock shows years and centuries. So it'll tick once every year and chime every 100 years. There's
What?
5 secret rooms like in a pyramid. It's set to open up across a 10,000-year period.
What?
If we don't blow up the planet before that. But billionaires don't gotta worry about that.
What?
Because Jeff can put 5 seconds focused further than the clock in there. Because I bet you didn't know. Ben spent $42 million on a clock. This thing is 500 feet tall. So imagine a clock literally bigger than the Pyramid of Giza, built into a Texas mountainside. And since Bezos is focused on the future, instead of showing seconds and minutes, this clock shows years and centuries. So it'll tick once every year and chime every 100.
Why would he do this?
5 secret rooms, like in a pyramid, set to open up across a 10,000-year period. That's if we don't blow up the planet before that.
What the fuck are people in 10,000 years gonna give a shit about what you put in a
You
room?
already know he can't just own one jet. He needs multiple. When he first became a millionaire, he bought a Falcon 900EX. But it was still too boring for him.
People are so fucking crazy.
Bathrooms. He threw a king-size bed in there, costing him $13 million. That was when he was only worth a couple build-up. So in 2015, when he leveled up to
So that in 10,000 years, people will listen to us. Nobody's gonna give a fucking shit, bro. People are even gonna speak whatever fucking language you think we're speaking. It's gonna be all fucking robots and AI.
It's got it. Road maxed out the customizations like it's GTA. And that's why it cost him $75 million.
If humans exist, we'll be pets.
So we copped the exact same one again, making his total private jet fleet worth $150 million. And since Jeff contributes to half the world's pollution with those, he gets a lot of hate. So he wanted to buy something that could control people's minds. And what better way to do that than to buy the news? But based on his eyes on the Washington
What the fuck?
#1 news source for Washington, D.C. I mean, he wanted it so badly, he immediately agreed to the first price the owners gave him, $250 million. And I'm sure you'll never see a bad article.
What?
Good old Jeff and Matt newspaper anymore. Because now he has the power to attack anyone he wants with articles. But if you think $250 million is expensive, just wait until you hear how much his mansions cost. Because obviously he's gonna have more than just a couple mansions.
Yeah,
He has 7, and some of them are pretty weird. Like his DC home, which actually used to be a museum before he bought it. He really went
He's got more money than Elon Musk, hey?
for the place to be empty most of the time. So instead of old relics,
Yeah, no doubt.
whiskey tasting room, elevators, a ballroom, 11 bedrooms, and
Holy
5 bathrooms.
What the fuck?
$36 million in total. Who even needs that?
Somebody built it, somebody's gotta buy it.
One mansion. He's got
I'm the second richest guy on earth.
$68 million. This waterfront mansion's got 7 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, a full-on sauna, and a giant pizza.
7 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms.
Then he wanted a second one, so he kicked out his neighbor and bought the place for $79 million. His next property though is worth $80 million, but it's not even a mansion.
Oh.
Apartment.
Yeah, it's like a fucking 5-story apartment.
It's got your standard marble floors.
My apartment's 2 stories, just saying.
But it's one of the only buildings with a perfect view of the Empire State. But his last mansion's gotta be
It's pretty nice.
because not isn't in Hawaii, where the weather is perfect. It's also got some of the craziest views I've ever seen. First off, you got your own private beach. But to the right of that, there's a whole ass lava field from a 1,000-year-old volcanic eruption. And there isn't just one mansion on this property. There's actually 3. So it makes sense why he spent $78 million.
Oh, it's his whole island?
Getting more pissed by the day.
Fuck out of here. Quit selling rich people islands. They're gonna do fucking Jeffrey Epstein shit.
And if they ever decide to make
Jesus
this
Christ.
property,
Why else do they want their own island?
base in his backyard, so I'm sure it'll be fine. You really think Jeff Bezos would care? He could buy anything he wants. I mean, he even has the record in California for the most expensive home ever bought. It's still being constructed in Beverly Hills. But just to buy the land and knock down the old house, it cost this man $165 million, making his entire portfolio of mansions at least $500 mil. Because there's still hidden properties no one even knows about. But that's still nothing compared to Jeff Bezos spending $4 billion on his balls. And he saved them just for his favorite employees. Jeff, not those balls. Bezos balls is the nickname for Jeff's special Amazon offices. And this place is basically a giant greenhouse, with glass walls on the outside and over 40,000 exotic plants on the inside. I mean, the largest tree in his balls is over 50 feet tall. You can visit this private jungle too if you buy tickets. And you'll see Amazon employees working away in the jungle like it's a zoo. Because Jeff thinks it'll fuel their creativity. Now, this brings a whole new meaning to sweatshops. And even though Bezos loves his balls, I'm sure he enjoys his yacht even more.
I know I'd buy an island too, but fuck.
Private boats in the world. And it's not just any yacht. It's a sailboat. Meaning this thing can move without
If they don't want me breaking the law, they better not sell me an island.
It's over 400 feet tall. Aside from being the biggest sailboat in the world, this yacht comes with some unbelievable stuff. It's got his own $10 million helicopter that surprisingly Bezos' wife can fly herself. But it's also got jacuzzis, a nightclub, a garage for supercars, and you guessed it, a submarine. Hopefully that sub is built better than
What?
others. And to make it even more unique,
Fuck out of here. He's living GTA for real.
person. Most yachts need a whole crew. This freak of a boat costs $25 million a year to maintain.
Fuck out of here.
$500 million to buy the damn thing. But the most expensive thing he owns
What
is
the
a
fuck?
piece of paper. Because in 2019, Jeff's wife caught him cheating with his mistress, and rightfully she was pissed.
Oh man.
For some dumbass reason, Jeff was doing all of that without signing a prenup. And just like Kanye said,
Oh.
Your ass, she gon' leave with half.
honestly, his ex-wife had the best investment of all time. Because she married him when his net worth was at its lowest and divorced him at its peak, securing her a total bag of $38 billion.
Holy shit.
But there's a billionaire that's known for being a bachelor that spends money like there's no tomorrow.
That is the most expensive pussy on earth.
$1 million jet has some insane custom features, but he also owns a $100 million.
That's wild.
In the most expensive
Word,
house ever
Tony.
made. But there's so much more. Like
Have our own
the most
private fucking
expensive
security and shit.
championship ring in history. Yeah, Drake's definitely a hooper, but obviously it wasn't.
What's that hooper? Is that a faggot?
He's an ambassador for the Toronto Raptors.
He
Even though
takes
it's
it in the hoop.
controversial, he received a championship ring from the team, but he wasn't satisfied with just
Yeah. She fuck, man. That's crazy, dude.
that. So we got a custom ring made with 30-karat diamonds, more than any NBA ring in history.
What a smooth move, eh?
Worth $150,000.
One divorce, 38 billion.
But this
Even
next
if you love the guy.
sent Drake to prison
Fuck
for
it.
10 years. Because when he bought cover art for his upcoming album Her Loss, he got sued for using a fake Vogue cover. Copyright infringement has a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. So he had to pay a $4 million fine. Small price to pay to-
That, I'd be so paranoid, man. Oh, is that right? Well, she's got it right to all that.
Life forever. But Drake's life
Oh,
actually changed
Drake might be
when he
gay.
discovered Tupac, because he inspired him to rap. So we got 2 Jesus pendants.
Whoa, that was
with
him?
Tupac's face on it.
What the fuck? He is gay.
Peace. But that's not where Drake's Tupac obsession stops.
What the
Apparently,
fuck,
when you sit down in
Drake?
his heated toilet seats, Tupac's Hit 'Em Up starts playing on loop.
Shut up.
He said it gets pretty annoying though.
Every time it's like, yeah, you fat mother. You gotta take a shit.
When Drake bought his craziest Tupac item, they were selling Pac's famous crown ring, worn during his last public appearance on the MTV.
Is that an insult to Tupac?
Just days before he was murdered. The ring is engraved Pac and Dada in 1996.
You gay.
Referencing ex-girl Dada Jones. He put down $1.02 million for the ring.
Why'd he buy the ring off Pac's dead finger? That's sick, Drake, you fuck. What the fuck? That's not okay, bro. And walk around waving it around and shit.
Drake's not just a fan of Pac, though. He's a huge fan of the NBA, too. He spent hundreds of thousands on courtside tickets. But he also bought something that trolled Steph Curry.
Credibility.
It ended up costing the Warriors a championship.
Black credibility. He's now the NBA fucking owner guy.
The Warriors were set to play Drake's
Shut up.
Raptors, and Drake wanted to throw him off their game.
I hope people don't fall for that. Fuck you, Drake.
He rushed to fulfill his
You phony.
request a couple days before the game. This jersey was so rare that the owner didn't even want to sell it to Drake. So he negotiated the hell out of the price. The jersey originally belonged to Steph's dad, Del Curry, when he briefly...
Dude, he's obsessed with other men. This is fucking gay.
It was so rare since he only played with them for 3 years. So it cost him...
I want to buy another man's shirt.
Having Curry on the back of an opposing team's jersey really got in the head of the...
No, I really need it.
Costing them the game, and it set the stage for them to lose the finals. Even though Drake likes to drop a bag on himself, he also gives back to his fans. He's known to give out Chanel or Louis bags to girls in the audience. But one fan got something extra special. During one of his shows,
Yeah, right?
someone in the audience holding up a sign, saying the fan had spent all of his furniture money just to see him live. Drake felt so bad that he told the fan he'd give him 50 bands for the support.
You know what, my man? Your furniture money, I'm gonna give you 50 bands.
What the hell?
Kinda dumb to spend all your money on a concert ticket, but I guess it ended up working out. But 50K is nothing to Drake, because Drake also owns the most expensive shoes ever made, and you can't even wear them. They're actually
Elon
really
Musk
cheap
shoes.
as
Oh.
they're made of solid gold.
What?
They're a collaboration with Drake's record label OVO and the Air Jordan 10s. The artist that made these said he chose the 10s because they had one of the best designs.
Shut up.
I mean, just look at these. I understand why Drake paid 2.1 mil for them. They weigh more than 100 pounds, though. Imagine trying to hit a jumper. But those shoes got nothing on Drake's car collection. Because after he blew up and left his Acura days, he traded in that Acura for a Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, costing $2.2 million. And if you're wondering why it costs so much, it's 1 out of the 12 made, making Drake the only Canadian owner. It was also the first car to go over 250 miles an hour and reach 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. That was the purchase that turned Aubrey into Drake. Because after that, he bought 7 other supercars. Like a $500,000 Lamborghini Aventador, $900K Mercedes Maybach G650 Mondelez, and $1 million LaFerrari. But one of his craziest cars looks just like a fighter jet. This is the DeVille 16, worth over $2 million.
What?
I mean, this thing looks straight out of 2070, and it puts the Bugatti to shame, because it could go over 350 miles per hour. Drake's weirdest car is probably his Chrome Hearts Rolls-Royce Cullinan. It's got goth crosses and lily flowers like the Saints logo, all embroidered in the black leather. And when he turns out the lights, the ceiling lights up with stars. But that little club on wheels wasn't enough for Drake, because after the Astroworld disaster, Drake needed to blow off some steam and went to a Houston strip club, leaving over $1 million on the floor for him.
Say thanks, Drake.
So he's no stranger to clubbing, even saying in multiple songs that he personally hires strippers. He loves them so much that he even bought a club in Houston called the Ballet for millions. Drake claimed it wasn't a strip club, but instead a new dance experience for amazing women. I don't know, man. Sounds like a strip club to me. But Drake could buy whatever the hell he wants. Like one of the most expensive jewelry collections of any celebrity. Starting with the chain from the legend Frank Ocean himself. The chain was worn by Frank at the 2021 Met Gala. It features over 9,000 diamonds and 18-karat white gold, making it worth 1.9 mil. Drake's also got a watch where he can literally keep up his gambling addiction on the move. This is the Jacob & Co. Astronomia Casino, and it's got a whole operational roulette table on the inside.
I know that
Drake's
watch.
customized version is worth over 600K. But you already know he had to get a piece of jewelry made for his brand OVO. The logo's an owl, so we got an owl pendant made of over a pound of gold with diamonds all over it, worth about 2 mil. Then he got together with Pharrell Williams and bought over $3 million worth of bling from him, including a golden Sony PSP. That's not even the dumbest piece in his collection though, because one day, a fan commented on his post saying his teeth looked dirty. That comment must have got to Drake, because he responded saying,
I have a pink diamond in my tooth.
I brush with activated charcoal before any club night where I would see baddies. Know that.
I don't know why you got a diamond that small. It just looks like there's constantly food stuck in his teeth. A little speck of a diamond is worth 15K. But his biggest jewelry purchase showed that Drake's the biggest simp. He got a necklace made to symbolize his past engagements. And you know that's gotta be a whole lot of hoes. 42 diamonds for 42 girls? Ain't no way he proposed that many times, but he's tripping. The necklace itself is 351 carats of diamonds, mounted in 18 karat white gold. Every diamond was hand selected.
Holy
Which cost
shit.
12.5 mil. That's more than my whole life is worth on a necklace. His jewelry collection
It's
was
more than
like
your whole life,
about
buddy.
50 mil. Damn. But that's nothing compared to his private jet called Air Drake. And it's worth an absolutely insane amount. The late legend Virgil Abloh designed the artwork that wraps the plane. It features a blue sky and Drake's OVO owl logo on the tail. On the inside, he's got 3 private suites, 2 living rooms, and a business lounge. It can fit up to 45 people on board. He'd definitely be throwing parties on there. This shit is nicer than my house. But the craziest part is even though the plane is worth 185 million, Drake got it for free. A company called Cargojet
What?
knew Drake's impact on social media and culture, so they gave it to him as a marketing move, and they've said since it was a win-win. You wanna know what else is a win-win?
Fuck
Subscribing.
you.
It's free. But even when you're the most famous rapper in the world, you can't get everything for free, because he spent a ton on a long-lost carnival. Luna Luna used to be a famous amusement park in the 1980s, but the weirdest part is none of the rides are rideable. This place is known for the rides being art pieces created by respected designers, but due to legal trouble, it shut down in 1987. Drake liked it so much though, he wanted to bring it back. So in 2022, Drake put in 100 million to help it get back on its feet. Damn, 100 mil on this? Shit looks like it was drawn by a child. He spent way more on mansions though, like with his Beverly Hills place. It's worth over 90 million, and it's got 10 bedrooms and 22 bathrooms. Don't ask me why I needed double the bathrooms. This thing looks straight out of Italy, and it's got a dope view of the Hollywood Hills. His bedroom has a retractable wall that opens to a private patio, so he can easily spit some game with the girl he's got over while appreciating the view. He's also got his YOLO estate in LA, which he bought for a cheap 7.7 mil. It has an 80-foot water slide and a private resort inside of the waterfall. It's a bit more compact though, so his neighbors are close by. And Drake told him that if his parties bother them, he'll just buy him out. Now that's a flex. And he wasn't bluffing either, because he ended up buying 2 other houses on the street. But his main crib is in Toronto. He built his $100 million limestone mansion exactly as he wanted it. He's put up a 15-foot great wall of Drake around the property, so no one can get in and take a peek. Each room in this place is basically like its own house. Like Drake's master bedroom has its own kitchen, hot tub, dressing room, and 2 decks alone. And you know, as a Raps fan, he had to get a basketball court installed. On the way inside, you can see all the jerseys Drake got from real NBA players, like Bron and Kobe. He's also got a huge Olympic-sized swimming pool, a spa, a movie theater, and of course a top-of-the-line recording studio. What more can you need? Well, apparently Drake needs more dopamine, because he gambles more money than I'll ever see in my entire life. He loves roulette, and has hit some crazy wins. Like in one of his live streams, he hit a single roulette spin worth over 17 mil. Obviously, not every spin is a win.
Christ.
Like the time he lost 20 million betting with French Montana. Embarrassing! That's just luck though. Any bets that take some intelligence, like sports betting, he's infamously bad at. He's lost 2.6 mil on UFC betting in 2022 alone. 1.5 mil on Izzy to beat Pereira. His sports betting has been so bad, people even call it the Drake curse. So anything he bets on, they bet the opposite. Surprisingly, overall he is up. That's probably because he partnered with Stake, and they front the money for him to gamble, or at least giving him a bag to promote their site. If you watch his streams on Stake, he's gambled over $1 billion on there, which I doubt is all his own money.
This is my alter ego.
I mean, the next billionaire is like
Alter
the opposite of
ego.
Drake, except for the cars he owns, because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson owns enough cars to make his own Fast and Furious movie. And his gym is some of the weirdest equipment I've ever seen. These are stupidly expensive things The Rock owns. And even his diet breaks the bank, because The Rock deep builds 4 times more food than you do. Every year, he eats 261 pounds of potatoes, 348 pounds of oatmeal, and 1,100 pounds of fish. And since he started this Greek god diet 10 years ago, he spent over $150,000 just on food. Bro literally eats more in a year than a North Korean kid will in their entire lifetime. I bet that North Korean kid eats more candy than The Rock, because he claims he hasn't eaten candy since 1989, until he finally broke his streak in 2016. But his diet isn't the only thing maintaining his physique. Because his home gym, the Iron Paradise, has better equipment than any other gym.
Poor Korean
He doesn't call
kids.
it the Iron Paradise for nothing. This industrial-sized gym only has gear made for elite athletes. From luxurious workout brands to dumbbells that go up to 150 pounds and machines that could only be found at an NFL stadium, The Rock makes sure all the $300,000 worth of equipment is used every day. He's actually so dedicated, he can't even leave to go to the bathroom.
During every workout, I have to go to the bathroom, so I break out the bottle.
What?
Oh, and if he has to travel somewhere, no problem. He has a team of people to transport all 40,000 pounds to his destination. That means he pays about $210 grand every time they move it. And The Rock makes sure his moving gym is never late. I mean, he has enough watches for every time zone in the world. And his Bridling Super Ocean Heritage chronograph cost him $8.3 grand alone. You know you're rich when you call your watch a chronograph. But he rarely buys one-off editions, because he collects collections of watches. He owns a $15.8 thousand collection of Tag Heuer, a $53,000 collection of Rollies, and 4 IWC watches coming up to 76 grand. But his biggest watch stockpile of all is for Panerai. He owns so many, even his alter ego wears them. And after he dropped $84.8 thousand in Panerai, The Rock upped his game again, because this Audemars Royal Oak Frosted Gold chronograph cost him $328,000. That's more than every other watch mentioned combined, making his full inventory worth $560,000. But he's not completely self-centered, because since he was a kid, The Rock has always been a man of the people. At 11 years old, he saw his dad grant the first ever wish for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And since then, The Rock has granted 21 kids wishes just to meet him. But he wanted to give more than just a wish, so he dropped $100,000 on top of it. And with Disney movies on his resume now, it's clear The Rock loves kids more than BBL Drizzy. He's even donated $1 million to Children's Miracle Network, and another $1 million to Nicholas Children's Health System. And The Rock also couldn't forget the school where all of his success started, so he dropped $2 million for an alumni center at his college. If his student loans weren't paid off, they sure as hell are now. And you know what else is paid off? The millions of dollars worth of supercars he's got. Since he has so many, Ford even let him unveil this 2018 Mustang to the world, but The Rock didn't want to own it himself. So he gets that $50,000 car to a combat veteran. And it's not the only time he gave a car away. When The Rock was homeless as a teenager, this guy Bruno gave him a place to live. So to pay him back, The Rock gifted Bruno a Ford F-150. The Rock's gotta be one of the nicest guys alive, man. But this mean Plymouth Prowler says otherwise. Because he took it from the set of Pain and Gain for $39K. And he loved that criminal lifestyle so much, he got himself the ultimate cartel mobile, a 76 grand Cadillac Escalade. But that 5,000-pound SUV was too small for him. So he got the massive 6,500-pound Ford Hennessy Velociraptor. This $150,000 monster could deliver the smackdown to any wrestler. And he's got an insane paint job too. Smurf blue? Well, at least his Lamborghini Aventador isn't as embarrassing as that. With a top speed of 217 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds, it's one of the fastest cars in the world. And he spent a small $216K on it. But with a car that fast, he had to add some class to match those crazy IWC watches. And the Rolls-Royce Wraith is the pinnacle of class. Even with his undersized suits, The Rock still looks fresh as hell coming out this Bond car with 300 bands. And he must have got addicted to classy rides, because he bought a McLaren 650S for $309,000 and another Rolls Royce. Except this one is a Cullinan. If he's ever feeling charitable again, maybe he could share that second Rolls around, because it cost him $330,000. But after the Rolls, The Rock stopped messing around with thousands and stepped into spending millions. Like The Rock's LaFerrari, the company's highest performing car. I mean, they put a goddamn F1 engine inside this thing. With a top speed of 218 miles per hour, this whip could probably race the Flash. But the price for superhuman speed is no joke, because this thing cost him $1.14 million, and it's still no competition for The Rock's P1 McLaren. It makes his 650S look like a Camry, and this hypercar is rare. So rare that every single car is one of a kind. No two were ever made the same, and The Rock loves to stand out. So he dropped a bag of $1.15 million for it. Now, hypercars, supercars, and luxury whips may be cool, but get ready for the most insane car yet. A car most people only dream of. The 2017 Ford GT? Don't let the simple muscle car fool you though. Even though he purchased it for a cheap $450K, it's worth over $1.2 million now. But $1.2 million is nothing when compared to the holy grail of his garages, the Pagani Huayra. This is the Jesus Christ of cars. By far the fastest car he owns, at 238 miles per hour. By far the rarest, as it's 1 of 100. And by far the most expensive car he owns, at $2.55 million. And the Pagani brings his total garage value to an insane net worth of $6.1 million. It's the perfect automobile. Well, almost perfect. The Rock had him modded a bit so he could actually fit inside, but he still looks like a straight up baller in this thing. And if anyone knows how to ball out, it's The Rock, because he even bought his own football league. Since the NFL dominates the fall season for football, The Rock brought back spring football to compete. The main spring football league was the XFL, but after COVID, they had to declare bankruptcy, leaving to The Rock to come in at the last second and absolutely pour money into the failed company, because he bought the XFL for $15 million and single-handedly saved spring football. And with plans to get the team count from 8 to 16 by 2026, The Rock could be a legit competitor to the NFL. You gotta hand it to him. He went from an absolute meme in a turtleneck to competing with world-famous sports. But one sport he can never compete with is the WWE, because they literally own The Rock up until their most recent deal. The Rock didn't even own his own name, but since The Rock wanted to make a return to the ring as a wrestler, he had some leverage to make the WWE transfer ownership of the name. And finally, he secured that deal for $30 million, which basically makes the name The Rock worth $30 mil. This dude's name alone is worth more than Taylor Swift's house. But he doesn't trip when it comes to real estate either. As the richest actor in Hollywood, he has some of the craziest cribs out there. And his mansion in Miami is basically a private resort. It even has its own movie theater, so he can premiere his biggest flops. With 6 beds and baths, a gym, a garden, and pool. This thing comes in at a crazy $3.4 million. But before he bought up more land, he figured he should give back to his family. So he got his mom an even bigger house. This 4,400 square foot mansion in Encino has 6 bedrooms and 4.5 baths. And he even personalized it for his mom's taste. She has her very own ukulele display room, a SmackDown theme room to show off her son's success, a private chef, and a room just for breakfast. I hope she knows how much The Rock loves her, because he dropped $3.8 mil for this place. But it's nothing compared to the castle he owns in Georgia. This 14,000 square foot mansion has a library, wine room, stone fireplaces, a saltwater pool, and a real T-Rex skull for some reason. It even has a horse riding arena for him and his daughters. But this $9.5 million home still doesn't have as much room as he'd like. So he bought a 7-bedroom, 7-bathroom mansion in Virginia too. Most little girls just pray for a pony, but The Rock actually answered his daughter's prayers, because this place has horses, stables, and the entire countryside for them to ride in. This $12 million mansion even came with a massive pool for The Rock to enjoy his afternoons. But of course, his most insane mansion lands in celebrity paradise, Beverly Hills. This Mediterranean-style home is built for athletes like The Rock. He's even got a golf course, a tennis court, a pool, and a gym to make sure his kids try every sport. The Rock has to be the most annoying almost made it pro dad ever, but he still knows other hobbies exist. So he added a music studio and another movie theater. Hopefully he's self-aware enough to stick to Fast and Furious, which I'm sure he knows, because he's the biggest actor in the world. And what else would the biggest actor need? Well, the biggest private jet, of course. This thing is fit for a king. It has private chefs, fully reclining seats, a private suite, and a 55-inch 4K TV. The most insane part, though, is their anti-jet lag system. At night, the lights and sounds inside the plane are fine-tuned to adjust to your sleep schedule. And the price of no jet lag? A small $73 million. I guess I'll just have to suffer and coach the rest of my life like a normal person. Regardless of how he spends his money, the fans love him, but the next billionaire is hated by half the country. And Donald Trump's $100 million private jet has some crazy features, and it's probably the most luxurious plane ever created. But he also owns multi-million-dollar mansions with secret tunnels, a $30 million yacht, and so much more. One of Trump's watches, the Rolex Day-Date Gold, is $15K alone. He also owns the same watch that Drake and the late Queen of England owned, a Patek Philippe Ellipse, worth $24,000. But his most expensive watch is the Rolex Ice Blue Platinum, gifted by the one and only Steve Will Do It.
I wanted to get you a platinum presidential watch for the president.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This watch isn't even available in stores and was custom ordered, making it worth $109,000, bringing his total collection up to $200K. But that's chump change for Trump, which is why he spent millions on his car collection. Most normal kids get a cheap hand-me-down for their first car, but Trump's first ever car was the 1956 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, and he loved the car so much. Decades later, he got Rolls-Royce to do a special favor for him. They pulled out the archives and made an exact replica just for him. Surprisingly, it only cost him $35K. But you know Donald can't be seen driving a cheap-ass car these days. He needed to upgrade to a $300K Rolls-Royce Phantom. And if you're wondering why they cost so much, Just note that the volume control is literally made out of a 100-year-old meteor. You're not gonna expect this next car though, because even though dude doesn't believe in climate change,
all of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay?
he bought the original Tesla Roadster for $200K. I mean, it is one of the quickest cars in the world, so who wouldn't want one? But just like every other billionaire, Trump also needed a Lambo. So he picked up a classic 97 Diablo for $460,000, which recently sold at auction for a record price of $1 million. He owns plenty other supercars, but his most expensive car by far is the Trump limo. As soon as he became president, he didn't hold back on the security, because if someone tries to run up on Trump in his limo, the door handles would straight up electrocute them. This limo's bomb-proof, bulletproof, and can even stop chemical attacks. While it's driving, it can drop tear gas, smoke screens, and slippery shit to prevent people from chasing it. And of course they got shotguns, grenade launchers, every weapon you can imagine. Not to mention he added gold wherever he could, making his car, tank, worth $1.5 million. But just wait until you hear how much he spent on the Empire State Building. Everyone knows how famous it is in New York City, so it's pretty crazy Trump owned 50% of it. But somehow, this man also got that for free. Turns out the owner Hideki Okoi couldn't control the building because it was leased out till 2075. So Trump hit him up and said he knew a legal loophole to end the lease. All he needed was 50%. Trump was basically capping though, because even though he tried to break the lease by suing, he failed. So he sold his share for $28 million. I mean, that's wild. Trump legally scammed someone out of 28 mil. And once he secured that bag, he dropped millions on not one helicopter, not two, but three of them. And he didn't even get different types. Trump got three of the same helicopter, the Sikorsky S-76. And there's gold everywhere. Custom gold carpets, seatbelts, armrests, door handles. This dude is obsessed with gold. But why would he need anything else when the S-76 is one of the nicest choppers ever made? And with that, it cost Trump 7 mil each, making his total helicopter fleet worth 21 million. Normally he flies them from New York to DC, but sometimes he flies out to his $30 million yacht. The Trump Princess has more than enough space to land a helicopter, because it also has 4 different patios to chill on. Designed by a famous Italian designer, Luigi Sturcio, this yacht is a work of art floating on water. But to really appreciate it, you gotta see the inside. The walls are made of expensive materials like chamois leather and bird's eye maple. I'm so broke I don't even know what that means. But the bathrooms are made of hand-carved onyx with gold everywhere. It's got 11 bedrooms and 4 elevators, with one being in his own master bedroom. Dude has a sauna in his bathroom and another on his private deck. The sun deck also has a full bar and its own pool that's protected by bulletproof glass. Even if somehow he was shot, this yacht has his own hospital with an operating room. But the funniest part is, Donald doesn't even like yachts. He said whenever he's on a yacht, he can't wait to get off. This man spent tens of millions on something he doesn't even like. Now that's a flex. But the next item Trump bought definitely isn't a flex, because it ruined people's lives. In 2005, he founded Trump University, which was supposed to help people learn real estate.
At Trump University, we teach success. That's what it's all about. Success. It's going to happen to you.
The first class was free to get people in the door. Then they would convince you to buy a course costing anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000. Unfortunately, every class in the course consisted of common sense, and then they try to upsell you on a more expensive course. Basically, it was all a scam. And if that sounds familiar, it's because people on YouTube and TikTok have been doing that for years. Trump was really the OG fake guru. After spending all their money on useless courses, people were devastated. But you know what's actually useful and won't drain your bank account? Subscribe to the channel. It's free. Anyways, luckily the US government stepped in and got Trump to pay up, fining him 25 mil and forcing him to refund all the students. Now that's pretty messed up, but this next item shows a better side of Trump. One of the most famous ice rinks in the world is the Wallman Rink in New York City, but in 1980, it was so busted they closed it down. This sucked for everyone visiting who wanted to ice skate during Christmas time. It was a tradition for thousands of families. For 7 years, they failed to renovate it properly. So Trump decided to come in and save the day. He bought the lease for $2.25 million and got the renovations done in less than 6 months, opening it up again for everyone to enjoy. And if you're thinking he only did it to make a profit, then why did he give all the profits away? Trump told the mayor he'd be donating all the money made from the rink to charities and public parks. Now, that's nice and all, but he still could only do that because he's already stacked.
I'm really rich. I'll show you that, Nancy.
Which is why he owns one of the most stupidly expensive private jets in the world. But his first jet was the Cessna Citation X, and it's known as the fastest private jet in the world. He spent about $8 mil on it, but he was still hungry for more. A couple years later, he upgraded to a $100 million jet, and this thing is crazy. It's nicknamed Trump Force One, and just like everything he owns, he had to goldify it as much as possible. The seat belts, windows frames, sinks, even the showers. This plane's 3 times the size of a normal private jet, holding up to 44 people. It's got a dining room, TV area with surround sound, bedrooms, and a complete gourmet kitchen. It makes flying actually enjoyable. But when he's not banging one of the flight attendants on his jet, he's probably banging a star in one of his mansions. And his cheapest one is worth $2 million, located in New Jersey on his golf course. It's got a giant heated pool, tennis courts, a fitness center, helicopter pads, just the usual. He had to buy the golf course though, for 35 mil, so his wallet still took a hit. His next mansion though, is the craziest place I've ever seen. This private New York estate is a massive 230 acres. It's completely surrounded by nature to get away from his busy city life. Trump also rides his horses around the property, since we know he ain't walking around with all of that. And if he needs to cool off, he could go in one of the 3 pools they got. 2 outdoor and 1 indoor. Obviously, this is way more than he'd ever need. I mean, it's got 60 rooms. 60! But it's still in the middle of nowhere, which is why it cost him 7.5 mil. His next mansion is in Palm Beach, Florida, so it cost him a bit more. And since this was his main place during his presidency, this mansion has some insane secret features. Like if there was ever an attack, there's a secret underground escape tunnel. And if Kim Jong-un decides to try and nuke him, he'd still be safe, because there's 3 different bomb shelters around the property. When he's relaxing though, he could be by the oceanside pool, or eating at one of the restaurants inside. This mansion cost him 10 mil, but he's also got a $13.5 million house in Beverly Hills. This place has your standard Trump requirements, like a pool and more rooms than you could dream of. But the coolest part about this house is that it's got top-of-the-line Bose speakers everywhere, so we can blast Lil Pump walking around. Trump also owns some other $10 million houses, like one in the Caribbean and one in Charlottesville. But 10 mil still ain't nothing to a billionaire. That's why he needed to go all out for at least one of his properties. And you'd be surprised that his most expensive home isn't even a house. It's an apartment. This 3-story penthouse is located in New York City at Trump Tower. Obviously, he's got gold everywhere, crazy chandeliers, and so much art it's like a museum. He's even got a library full of expensive books, like a $15,000 signed copy of Muhammad Ali's book GOAT. His penthouse is worth $100 million today, and combining all his other properties, he's got like 155 million just mansions. Makes sense for a billionaire to own hella mansions. But one thing I'll never understand is why Trump bought an entire race. You might have heard of the famous bike race, the Tour de France. And in 1989, Trump wanted to show him the US does everything better. So he decided to create the Tour de Trump. The race went from New York to Jersey, and the winner would receive $250,000 just to set up the event. It cost Trump $500K, making the total check $750,000. But it would turn out to be a bad investment, as the race stopped after a couple years. Eventually, he started another race, but this one would end up killing someone. There was a Florida speedboat race that Trump had his eye on. He wanted to buy and move it to Atlantic City, so viewers could go to his casino right next to the race. But there was one problem. The race used to be in a place where the water was calm, but moving the race to Atlantic City, where the waves were much bigger, would turn out to be a recipe for disaster. During the event, boater Kevin Brown was speeding through the competition, going 150 miles per hour, and suddenly, Kevin was killed instantly, and the race had to be stopped. It was definitely a bad omen, and the race had to be postponed 4 days in a row due to bad weather. But Trump didn't care. All the fans that came to watch were bored out of their mind, so they gambled at Trump's casino instead, making up millions. This was no ordinary casino either. It was called the Trump Taj Mahal, one of the biggest casinos in the world, and that's why it was Trump's most expensive purchase ever. This massive casino has way more than just some slots and blackjack tables. It's got multiple nightclubs to trick the pain away after gambling your life savings on roulette. But if you happen to win, it's got an entire shopping mall inside, so Trump can grab your money in a different way. It's got a spa, pools, and multiple high-end restaurants as well. And if you're really bored and somehow have a little money left over, you can hit the amusement park. Yeah, it has enough space for giant rides and games. And with all that, you might see why it cost him $1.2 billion. But the controversy doesn't stop with Donald Trump. Up next got another controversial billionaire because Bill Gates' $650 million yacht has its own waterfall. But he also owns a $130 million book, a $65 million futuristic mansion, and way more. But first up, let's start with this island. Bill wanted to one-up his good old buddy Jeffrey and decided to get one of the biggest islands in the Caribbean. But on this island, there aren't any creepy mansions. Yeah, just a small hut and some of the best scuba diving in the world. This island cost Gates 25 mil, but that's chunk change to someone worth 150 billion. So you want to know what he spent 100 times that amount on? A machine that can turn poop into water. Yeah, Gates was touring Africa and saw how many people were drinking unsafe water, and I guess he couldn't just build wells like Mr. Beast. So he decided the best solution was to make them drink their own shit. Bill promises it's safe though. He even had a sip of it himself. And it cost Bill $200 million to invent this. But don't worry, for an African village, it's much cheaper. It only costs $2 million. I think Bill forgot they probably can't afford that. But after a trip to Africa, he flew away in one of his 5 private jets back home to his mega mansion and decided to go for a joyride in one of his supercars. But he had a problem. He couldn't decide which car to drive. He was thinking of driving one of his cheap cars, like the Jaguar, Tesla, or Mercedes. But today was a special day. So instead, he decided to drive a car so rare, it's banned in the United States. In 1986, Gates bought a Porsche 959 in Europe, since they weren't sold in the States. He tried to import it to get around the US laws, but they weren't having any of that. So his car was impounded for 13 years, until Gates was finally able to bring it home. And after all that hassle, the final price tag came out to $200K. But since he can only drive that on his private island, he also owns a $100,000 Porsche 911. But obviously he doesn't just own Porsches. He owns a classic Ferrari 348, which was the last Ferrari made by the original automaker, Enzo Ferrari. This only set him back 100 bands though, and Gates knew he needed to step it up. So he got the Rolls-Royce Ghost for $388,000, since it's known as the ultimate comfort vehicle. Everything about this car is made for the owner to sit in the back, because we all know billionaires rarely drive themselves. But still, that makes his total car collection a cheap 1.2 mil. Bill spent way more on a man that was lost at sea, and he wasn't even saving anyone's life. Dude spent $36 million on a painting of a dude lost at sea. I don't know why he'd spent that much, but it easily broke the record for the most expensive piece of art sold in the US. Not to mention the other art in his collection, because altogether, it adds up to $124 million. Why would he care though, when he has more private jets than you have shoes? His cheapest one is the Cessna 208 seaplane. He uses it to fly to his island or other remote parts of the world where there are no runways. That only cost him 2.8 mil though, but the very first private jet he owned is way nicer. And surprisingly, he bought his first one 10 years after becoming a billionaire. I guess he got tired of listening to crying babies every flight, and purchased a Bombardier Challenger for $27 million. But he must have been really annoyed in that last economy flight, because he didn't just buy one, he bought 2 of the exact same plane. These Challengers feature nothing crazy, just reclining seats, a swing-out table, couches, super basic. But when Gates started becoming an old man, he started needing more naps. So he bought a $78 million Gulfstream G650ER, since this jet comes with a bedroom. And again, he couldn't just buy one, Gates bought 2 of these also, making his total private jet fleet worth $210 million. Jets are at least useful though, and Bill's gotta blow some money, so he bought a book that's worth more than a private jet. This is the famous Codex Leicester, written by Leonardo da Vinci. It provides a rare glimpse into the mind of a genius, and it shows da Vinci was kind of a weird dude. Throughout the entire book, he wrote backwards, so you can only read it in a mirror. And Gates is also a weird old dude, so he bought the book for $30 million, making it the most expensive book ever sold. But it actually turned out to be a good investment, because now it's worth over $130 million. Dude just prints money out of thin air. But Bill has way more cash tied up in all the mansions he's bought. And he must love California, because he owns 3 different properties there. His cheapest home was only $12.5 million, probably because it's in the middle of nowhere. It's a part of the community called the Vintage Club. And to even be allowed to buy any type of house there, you gotta pay $250,000.
Jesus
I guess
Christ.
he's tired of being surrounded by people, because he dipped and bought a $43 million oceanfront mansion.
She's not live yet? What?
After nearly 3 decades sitting abandoned in the California desert, Tupac's private jet has been seized, revealing hidden compartments, mysterious recordings, and secrets that could reshape everything about his final days. But why did Snoop Dogg arm himself with a knife and fork? And what really happened on those flights? The jet that time forgot. Cops didn't just inspect Tupac Shakur's long-abandoned private jet. They stormed it, armed with a brand-new federal warrant and a quiet urgency that screamed one thing. They knew something was inside that plane that nobody was supposed to see. And with
Shut up.
of breaching the cabin door, investigators uncovered a set of objects that changed every single thing we thought we knew about Tupac's final 48 hours. And that is not an exaggeration, because what they pulled from the floor panels, the hidden compartments, and the sealed maintenance bay wasn't memorabilia or forgotten luggage. What they found is already being described as the most significant development in the Tupac investigation in over 2 decades. For 28 long and painful years, a ghost from hip-hop's most legendary and dangerous era sat rotting away in a dusty California hangar, its long-buried secrets concealed beneath thick layers of neglect, mountains of unpaid storage bills, and the crushing weight of one of music history's greatest unsolved mysteries. This wasn't just any ordinary aircraft collecting dust in some forgotten corner of an airfield. No, this was none other than Suge Knight's legendary Learjet, bearing the tail number N51VG, the very same plane that had ferried Tupac Shakur through the tumultuous and ultimately tragic final chapter of his extraordinary but far too brief life. And when authorities finally descended upon this forgotten relic of hip-hop royalty in February of 2024, what they would ultimately uncover inside its deteriorating cabin would force the entire world to confront questions that have haunted the hip-hop community.
Shut up.
Fans everywhere for nearly 3 decades. But before we can truly dive deep into the shocking details of what was found inside this aircraft, we absolutely need to understand exactly what this particular jet represented during the absolute peak of Death Row Records' unprecedented reign over the music industry and West Coast hip-hop culture. The aircraft in question was a 1978 Learjet 35A, serial number 350022, and the notorious Suge Knight acquired this impressive flying machine back in 1995 for approximately $2.1 million through his company, Mac Media Entertainment. But make no mistake about it, this wasn't merely some form of convenient transportation for busy music executives traveling between business meetings. No, this was something far more significant. This was essentially a flying throne room, a mobile palace in the sky, designed specifically for the most feared and powerful man in all of hip-hop at that time. The interior of this aircraft had been completely and lavishly customized to reflect the wealth and power of Death Row Records. We're talking about a private bedroom for intimate conversations and rest, a full bar perpetually stocked with premium liquor and champagne, state-of-the-art television and VCR entertainment systems, gold-plated fixtures installed throughout every inch of the cabin, and plush leather seats embroidered with the iconic Death Row Records logo, that unmistakable image of a man strapped into an electric chair that had become synonymous with West Coast gangster rap. At the absolute peak of its glory and operational status, the jet was insured for approximately $13 million, a staggering sum.
If there's still evidence about Tupac that exists somewhere, these hip-hop criminals are idiots. He's such a fat dude. Okay, well, what did they find, dude? Calvin Combs. Calvin.
The physical confrontation that Snoop describes came at a New York airport as the entire Death Row entourage prepared to fly back home to Los Angeles on Suge's private jet. According to Suge Knight's own detailed account of his 2025 prison interview, Tupac physically went after Snoop in an aggressive manner, actually chasing him through the airport terminal and attempting to fight him right there in front of everyone. Knight says he personally intervened to stop the altercation, not because he particularly
You know what?
protect Snoop from harm, but because
I'm not watching this. This guy's AI.
the real original Xbox prototype. Learn everything I can about it.
Whoa.
Never before seen details.
What?
Completely change what I thought about it, and find out if the replica I spent a year building actually matches the original's dimensions.
That's idiotic.
Coming right up. Okay, it's October 31st, Halloween, and I'm about to travel literally across the country from here in Virginia all the way to Redmond, Washington, the home of Microsoft, because I got a chance to go inside the Microsoft archives and get up close and personal with one of the actual prototypes that they built to announce the Xbox to the world. And there's a chance that this one could actually be the one that was on stage with Bill Gates and Seamus Blackley on that fateful day all the way back in March of 2000. If that's true, that would be absolutely insane. Now, if you haven't seen my documentary on how I built this 40-pound solid metal Xbox,
prototype was such
definitely
a
go
clown
check it out. But the real question is, how on earth am I going to get this thing across the country? It's bulky, super heavy, and definitely doesn't fit in a suitcase. Well, I'm glad you asked. I teamed up with the incredible folks over at My Case Builder to design this absolutely stunning Pelican travel case with a completely custom foam insert. This thing is rock solid, and honestly, it was super easy to create using their website design tool. This video isn't sponsored by them, but I genuinely love their work. The craftsmanship is top tier, and I'll 100% be using them again for future projects. All their stuff is made right here in the US, and if you got precious gear that needs serious protection, definitely check them out. Anyway, with the Xbox packed up, I traveled to Reagan National Airport, and the first thing I did was check this in. And this is where I realized I may have gone a bit overboard when designing this custom case. It weighed over 80 pounds, and the dimensions were a bit over the airline limit. Basically, it cost me over $200 to bring this along with me. But I've come this far, so there was no turning back. It wasn't long after arriving in Washington that I met up with this guy, the person who orchestrated this whole meeting with Microsoft.
All right, so we're here at Microsoft, and this is Ken. Ken's going to tell us a little bit about himself and why we're here.
Hey, well, I am honored to come out here with Tito to bring Xbox 360 to
Oh, 360, yeah.
operate the same sphere, engineering type of stuff. So yeah. So we have
Did you really?
the Xbox team, and we have Tito's replica, which I haven't seen yet. But
That is awesome.
this is a thick boy.
Yeah, heavy. So, all right.
Well, let's go in and get you a badge. Cool.
There's a few games that I bought that I like. I traded them in the same day. Like, this isn't even released yet. Oh no, yeah, it got released today. What the hell?
One of the Xbox prototypes inside. We'll definitely have to circle back later on in the day to take a closer look at it. That'll actually be one of 3 prototypes that we're going to be taking a look at today. Alright, once we got our bag,
I really liked GameStop for that.
campus, as long as we were escorted by Ken. So we made our way to the Microsoft library first. Here we set up base camp in an empty conference room so that I didn't have to lug around this super heavy prototype everywhere with me. And this was the method I devised for removing the prototype from the case. It was a super snug fit, and this thing is incredibly heavy. So the nylon straps really did come in handy. Ken also got to feel firsthand just how chunky and heavy this beast really is.
It's ridiculous.
So one of the things we want to do while we're out here
That's awesome.
is see how close we actually got the dimensions of the prototype to a real prototype. As you know, we did a Gaussian splat of one of the ones that was in the New York store.
And it worked out. Hey, that's good job. Good job.
Close we got the actual design.
If you watch my video on how we built this thing, the way that we got the dimensions was by doing a Gaussian splat of the prototype that was on display in the Microsoft store in New York City. But one of the things that I noticed about that prototype that I hadn't mentioned before is that it almost looked like it was made out of plastic and not metal. Almost like it was a fake prototype made just for being displayed. Just keep that in the back of your mind for now, as we'll come back to that thought later on. So the first stop we made was to a building called Studio D. They had some very cool Halo dioramas and other gaming displays, but more importantly, this is where we got to see our first real prototype, or at least part of one. What I'm holding in my hands is the shell of one of the
They went all out for Halo.
One of the things you might notice immediately is that it's completely empty. That's actually perfect because it gives us an incredible glimpse into how these metal shells were manufactured. And what we saw honestly shocked us.
So mental.
It turns out that the Xbox prototype
Did they really think they were going to put this in people's homes?
what appears to be 4 quadrants, and then they welded them together. Here you can clearly see the weld beads. On top of that, the back half of the shell, the matte finished portion, was
Nice.
the front mirror finished portion. Ours, on the other hand, was built in 2 separate pieces and then fastened together with screws. These were completely different approaches and just fascinating to see firsthand. I'm guessing that after they welded everything together, they did some final exterior machining to make sure
I had an Xbox One. That's what I had.
my attention was this barely visible seam in the front. I'm going to call this portion of the shell the faceplate, since it does appear to be.
And I had one of the original Xboxes, the big fat black ones. Hey, Melissa, what's up?
Now, what's really interesting is that the New York City prototype did not have this seam at all. It was one continuous surface. Which
Fuck, these guys just really delved in here, eh?
basically a dummy display piece. Anyway, moving to the rear panel, you can see that it was built as a machine.
Like, these people will never know.
The most unique thing here is how the disk drive has a recessed cutout that was presumably designed to help align with the tray.
The elites are really trying to get that letter X out there, hey?
The inlet and exhaust vents for the fans, one of which is still mounted to the outside. One last interesting detail are the fins in the back portion of the shell. On our build, these were machined directly into the metal by PCBWay. But on this real prototype, it's hard to tell exactly how they did it. It almost looks like the fins are severed from the flat backing surface.
Yeah, it looks like it's heatsink.
Suggests that this is not a single solid piece of metal like ours.
Oh, it's not.
Just another really strange difference between the real one and the replica we made. Overall, it was incredibly interesting to see how this thing was actually built, especially because it was nothing like how I imagined. From the inside, you can really see just how prototypey it still is, despite looking so refined and polished from the outside. Incredible stuff. And I gotta give a massive shout out to Chris, who helped us get this incredible close-up look at the inside of the prototype.
Well, did they think that box was really gonna hold it? That's fucking so stupid, dude.
Anyway, after thoroughly looking
Stuff a computer in there real quick.
to building 126, which is the Microsoft Archive facility. Before I take you inside the archives, I do have to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, and honestly, the company that was instrumental in making my prototype come to life, PCBWay. If you have an idea for a new mod or want to assemble an open source project, PCBWay provides you with the tools to make them a reality, otherwise known as Microsoft Archives. Once inside, there was just a ton of cool Microsoft stuff everywhere. And this is Patty. She was our guide for the archives. Super friendly, insanely knowledgeable, and I learned a ton just talking to her. They had old products, promotional items, and memorabilia, as well as a ton of prototypes of other Microsoft products. Pretty much anything Microsoft has ever done over its decades of existence can be found here. Everything from the Surface table prototypes, to gaming and computer memorabilia, to shelves full of files. Many of them explained are still in the process of being cataloged and digitized for preservation.
I wonder if there's stuff they lost.
History inside of this building and a lot of important.
Wow, Bill Gates is a narcissist.
That I honestly recorded enough for a completely separate video, which I might.
Oh, right on. Are you live yet?
Now, let's get to the main event, the Xbox prototype.
We're tired of watching rich people.
I told you.
So the one there is the Microsoft, and we have the original here. So that doesn't.
Hey, Patty.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. Because I was asking you, I was like, you were very vague?
It used to be there, and then.
According to Patty, it seems that the prototype is a mock, meaning it's a non-functioning unit made for display purposes. What a nerd. Shut up, nerd.
I don't know what the differences are between the mock and the original.
This nerd says she's got the original. Show it, bitch. Up it, puppet. Hey, Bubble Boots.
So let me ask you, is the one in the company store in New York City, is that a mock also?
I knew it. I could tell from the surface. It didn't look metal.
How many are?
This is a building in
I understand. Well, because we know that there was a couple of them made, but we don't know.
Oh, I was wondering. So, okay, what's in it? It's a
Just to recap,
green Big Mac or what?
Suspicions that the prototype in the New York Microsoft store that we modeled our shell after was very likely a display-only mock-up and not a real prototype. It also seems that the one I showed previously,
Oh yeah, I forgot there were socks too.
we'll look at later, is also a mock. Anyway, Patty walked us over to the real
Ozzy, what's up?
and what we were about to see really shocked us.
Oh, it is smaller. It's so much smaller.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was definitely smaller than
Oh wow,
At
it's
this point,
teeny.
We weren't sure by how much, but later I brought my prototype in so we could do a true side-by-side comparison. Interestingly, this one actually had all of its electronics still inside, and the shell was basically identical to the one that we saw in Studio D, including that seam.
Hey, it's got the seam.
Looking at the back, there were plenty of interesting
Whoa, look at that fucking power connector. What the hell, dude? It's like a 32 pin or something? What the fuck?
that were probably for the left and right audio channels.
Stop. Okay. It's like 25 pins? 24 maybe?
That were probably for the left and right audio channels.
God, that's a lot of pins for a power connector.
And an IDE cable sticking out where the optical drive would normally be. There was also a USB port, which I'm assuming was for the Sidewinder Pro controller that they used for the original demo at GDC 2000, since that controller is a USB-based one. Above that was a button which Ken suggested would be the power button.
Oh yeah, the pickle salt fries.
Strange multi-pin connector. It's a 24-pin port.
I saw those.
Used 21 of them. I did an image search online.
That's amazing. We usually don't get the same promos in Canada, but we got the same ones this month.
So, after getting an up-close look at the real prototype, we decided to go back and grab mine from the visitor center so we could compare them side by side. It had started drizzling, so we hopped on one of the on-campus buses, which was way easier than dragging an 80-pound Pelican case through the rain. Once we got back to the archives, the big question was, did the Gaussian splat method that we used for measurements actually work?
I'm so disappointed with these
I pulled the prototype out of the case.
Baconator Cheez-Its. Man.
It is surprisingly, it looks very...
Literally, they were only $2.50. I'm still mad about it. Hey, Dead Mouse. Why is he there?
Wow, that looks so weird. Way off. Yeah. But, quite close, but clearly different. Do you want to plug it in so we can see the jewel in? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have a cable. Did you bring a cable? It's a lot bigger. Look at the size difference on the jewel.
Alright, this is cooler though. It says Xbox and it glows.
Ours was very noticeably bigger. It was really interesting to see how much smaller the real one was. And it made me wonder if we would even be able to fit the actual Xbox hardware components inside of a case that matches the real prototype. Hold on to that thought for a moment as we'll be revisiting it later on. Now, while we were there, Patty lent me a ruler so that I could take the real measurements of the shell.
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
definitely be sending these over to Wes to see if we can update our model. But just seeing these two massive metal X's side by side was absolutely surreal. Another noticeable difference was the jewel. The real one was smaller, and the glass was a lot more convex, and ours was a bit flatter. From the back, the size difference was even more obvious. And just like the shell that we saw in Studio D, the archive prototype did have that front seam. Anyway, I just gotta give a massive shout out to Patty for giving us a tour.
Thanks, Patty.
And being super helpful in which begs the question.
He was wrong. It wasn't perfect. I bet you they are. I bet you, like, McDonald's went global or whatever. They're globalists now. Oh, there's the sun. Beaming down on Danny.
I think they will be.
That is so weird, though. For McDonald's to have, like, switched to where they're not doing regional. Like, do you think Japanese McDonald's now is getting the same crap too? Gray socks. Oh, green. No, gray. What the hell did you say there? You said Grinchy. Oh, you got red ones. Why did I hear gray? What is wrong with me? Mel didn't even get socks. She doesn't wear socks. It's like underwear.
Just have a look at this. No balloon sucks.
Man. A snow globe. What? What kind of fucking scam is that? We got socks. They got... I know there's a pair of socks with the Grinch's stupid dog on them. And then there's ones with the Grinch on them. And then there's probably one with the Who's on them or something. I feel like Jack Skellington and the Grinch would be bros. A little bit. An ornament? Cool. That's hilarious. Why did they even make that? Who's thinking about the Grinch in the summer? I guess in Australia, right? Oh, you guys. You guys. Backwards ass planet. Do daylight savings time, but we don't do like year light savings month or whatever and straighten all that out. It's gotta be fucking Christmas in the middle of the summer there. Crazy. I don't know how you'd fix it.
AU backwards. I hate daylight savings.
So do I. Oh, come on. Oh, cute. What are you saying all cute about? The Grinch summer onesie? I hope. Do you all do that daylight savings time in Australia too? Fuck, why is the planet so stupid?
When you think of the most expensive video games, you might think
How did they suck you guys into this?
The onesie.
They were doing it for North American farmers. How did Europe get sucked into it? And how does India celebrate daylight savings time too? Celebrate, market, whatever you call it. Do we observe daylight? Everybody observes it? Because that's fucking retarded. I had enough.
But not all expensive games are exclusive to the NES.
That slows the progress of humanity. That's what I mean by that R word.
Sometimes even $1,000. Let's take a look.
We have never liked this.
It's Poacher coming at you with another.
This guy's name's Poacher? What the fuck?
We're going to be talking about some rare Atari games today. If that sounds like fun to you,
Ooh.
hit that subscribe button right there. We have an amazing community in our Discord server. If you want to be a part of it,
This guy's a nerd.
discord.poacher.net. All right, let's get started.
I'm looking forward to turning my daylight savings in.
Right? I want to cash my daylight savings in. Peps. Oh, this is a Pepsi game. I remember that.
I celebrate the end when I get to your extra sleep.
Consider the most expensive video games. The Atari 2600 might not come to mind. Atari games are normally very inexpensive, but there's some.
I saved a lot of daylights.
high amount of money. I thought it would be cool to go over a few examples.
Oh, there was a Cubert. There was a special one too, like Mountain Dew Cubert or something.
In the early 80s, Purina aired a series of popular commercials involving a chuck wagon riding around a kitchen. As a promotion, Purina commissioned the company Spectre
What?
to develop a game based on the line of dog food.
The result is a game called Chase the Chuck.
What?
You play as Chucky the dog.
For the Atari?
Chuck wagon at the top of the level.
I never played this one.
The levels are maze-like, which means you might go the wrong way by mistake. The object that's bouncing around the screen will temporarily stun you.
Oh, those are Berserk mazes.
The dog catcher is even worse.
They just rewrote Berserk and put a Chuck wagon in it.
My only issue with the game is the controls. Chucky does not fit well in tight spaces, and it's easy to get stuck. I feel like the developers could have been more creative with the hit detection. Otherwise, it's your typical average 2600 game. Because it's only available through mail order, Chase the Chuck Wagon is slightly more scarce than other 2600 games.
Yeah, I bet. I've never seen it.
Overblown how rare the game actually is. You can find the game as low as $125, which is expensive, but cheaper than other games.
Well, it's about twice as much as an Atari game was when they first came out. They were $60 a piece when they first came out.
By former Atari employees. The developer Dennis Coble wanted to make a game based on Atlantis. His previous game was Trick Shot, which he said was difficult to program because of the physics.
For the Atari, yeah.
He didn't enjoy working on that game. He did like working on Atlantis.
Or Coleco.
Shooter where you must defend the city of Atlantis. Spaceships
What the hell?
horizontally across the screen. If you don't shoot them in time, they will destroy a section of the city.
What the fuck?
If a section gets destroyed, you automatically lose. You have 3 different locations you can shoot from. The left and right bases shoot at an awkward angle, but it can be useful for hard to reach players.
Why is Atlantis having a space flight?
Similar to Missile Command. In that game, you're also
Missile Command!
enemies before they reach you. This is no coincidence.
Pop the scuds!
He was a fan of Missile Command. Atlantis would end up being Magic's second most successful game, behind Demon Attack. The game
Oh,
is
Demon Attack.
on sites like eBay. You can literally pick up a copy as low as $10.
I remember Demon Attack.
So why am I talking about it then? Shortly after the game's release, Magic hosted a video game contest centered around Atlantis. Whoever got the highest scores would be sent a copy of Atlantis 2, which is a harder version of the original game.
Shut
Whoever
up.
got the high score in this brand new game would have a chance to win $10,000 in the grand finals. Because
Wow.
Atlantis 2 was only given to contest winners, the game is extremely rare. Only a few copies have surfaced over the years, with the last one being in 2024. This one sold for $3,000. While the history behind it is interesting, the game itself is nothing special. It's literally just a ROM hack of the original game with no graphical changes whatsoever. The only difference is that the enemies are a bit faster, and you don't get as many points for destroying them. The box art is exactly the same, but with a sticker in the center as Atlantis 2. Imagine paying $3,000 for a game that's worth $10, but there's a sticker on the front, so it's worth it. Number 3. In 1982, the Coca-Cola Company commissioned Atari to develop a game for them. Instead of creating a new game, they made a ROM hack of Space Invaders. The original developer...
Yeah, this is what it was. This is the one with the Pepsi in it.
So they hired Christopher Omarzu for the job. The game was not meant to be commercially released, but instead only distributed to executives at Coca-Cola.
I played this one.
25 employees received this game, making it one of the rarest Atari titles. We can tell by this box and cartridge that it was only meant for a few people. Yeah, some box art this is. It's almost completely white. The game is basically Space Invaders, but with one big change. The main goal is to score as many points as possible.
Pepsi's destroying the Earth.
Lives, but if you die, you waste time on the clock. The graphics have obviously been modified to be Coca-Cola themed. It's clear this is a ROM hack because the controls feel similar to the 2600 version of Space Invaders. The sound effects are exactly the same.
I wonder how much they paid for it. Like Coca-Cola wants to pay us $10 million.
If you enjoyed the original game, it's not just a graphical hack. Unfortunately, many employees who were given this game threw it away, which only makes the game even more rare. Today, the game can sell for up to $2,000 on websites.
Oh, later, Ozzy.
I respect
Make me a snowman while you're out.
Atari. Just imagine if your employer hired a video game company to develop a game just for you and your coworkers. That's remarkable. Number 4. For those who don't know, Atari 2600
Battle tank! Oh, combat.
up to 4 kilobytes of RAM space.
This one had airplanes and tanks and...
Asteroids would use a technique called bank
I don't remember what the other thing was.
essentially double the amount of RAM space.
Like Jeeps or something.
8 kilobytes was a very
Oh, asteroids sucked.
There's really not much you can do with that. Some developers began experimenting with digitized voices in video games, like in Berserk.
Berserk was not good either. But the voices were cool. Ah, that ball guy right there.
Using a real human voice took up significantly more RAM space than a regular sound effect, so when Berserk was released on the 2600, the voices were removed.
Man,
There was one developer that wanted to make voices in 2600 games.
you should play Berserk.
Squad Run.
What was it called?
It's a shooter where you have to destroy the enemies that move vertically across the screen. As you make it further, the enemies will have different movement patterns that make them tougher to hit. When you make it to the Weta wave, which is the last level in the game,
It's on the PS1 anyways.
which means you have to remember the movement patterns based on appearance. When you fire off an energy ball, you have to catch it on the other side of the screen, or else you lose a life.
I remember that game.
You lose a life if you touch one of the enemies. If you lose all 3 lives, the game is over. Despite only being an 8 kilobyte game, the developer, Steve Weta, managed to fit his own voice in the game. In between stages, the voice will get higher pitched and faster. Including a real human voice in an NES game is difficult, but this is the 2600. This should not have been possible, but Steve Weta made it happen.
Go Steve
was
Weta.
originally intended to be released nationwide, but because it didn't perform well during playtesting, only 10,000 copies were made. Because of its limited release, the game sells for over $300 today.
Is Melissa alive yet?
Number 5. With success in the toy industry, Parker Brothers decided to become a video game publisher. The
Oh.
company was able to secure the license to numerous arcade titles from Nintendo, Konami.
Frogger.
Unlike other companies, their arcade ports turned out
Tempest.
well without too many sacrifices made. Their version of Frogger.
Okay, well I'm gonna unlive right now, and then they'll make her go live.
This is remarkable when you
Okay.
consider